Right now, still no answers in the death of a 10-year-old Wisconsin girl that has shocked the state and so far puzzled police.
Plus, a growing sign of support for another little girl robbed of her life on Madison's west side this week.
And it is not over yet. An investigation into the 2020 election will continue. You're watching News 3 Now at 5. First, we do have breaking news. Janesville's police chief is confirming an active crime scene. This is just off Highway 14 on that city's north side.
The chief says no one is in custody and couldn't say what may have caused the scene, as well as if anyone is hurt. We're following this developing story. We'll have updates tonight at 6 and always online on channel3000.com and on our news app.
Well, at least 4 months. That's how long the Department of Corrections wanted to find Marshawn Giles. He's the man Madison police named yesterday as the suspect in an assault that killed a little girl, badly hurt the mother.
Late this afternoon, the Department of Corrections released a heavily redacted copy of the warrant. It is technically called an apprehension request. The DOC issued it on December 14th after Giles failed to report to his parole agent in Madison. It references his most recent convictions for first-degree recklessly endangering safety. Giles has not been charged in this case. Police say they are waiting on the medical examiner's report to potentially recommend homicide charges.
Stuffed animals and toys that appeared outside the West Side apartment complex in the past day remind us just how heartbreaking this story is. We spoke with people at a growing memorial today at the site of yesterday's incident. The makeshift memorial is filled with candles and balloons, but most importantly, an abundance of toys, all to remember an innocent child just 20 months old who was killed. Jasmine Brown, a leader for Feeding the Youth in Madison, came to drop off balloons and a teddy bear in the child's honor today.
How could you not be heartbroken or just sad in general for what's going on? I mean, it's a 20-month-old child. They, for all aspects, are 100% innocent.
Brown says now is the time to come together as a community to support all of those affected by this senseless tragedy.
A manhunt is underway in Racine County for a man suspected of killing a woman who was trying to help a friend out of an abusive relationship. Police found the body of Brittany Booker in her vehicle on Sunday. The 30-year-old leaves behind 6 children. Investigators are looking for 42-year-old Terry Jackson in connection to her death. They say Jackson, who was dating Booker's friend, attacked Booker with a hammer back in February while she was trying to help her friend get out of the relationship. Jackson is considered armed and dangerous. Investigators are offering a $2,000 reward for information leading to his arrest.
And as police continue their investigation into the death of a young Chippewa Falls girl, a memorial has been set up outside the school where 10-year-old Lily Peters attended. Lily's body was found yesterday morning, and police consider her death a homicide. The Chippewa Falls Police Department is increasing patrols around schools and is urging residents to remain vigilant. Investigators don't know the circumstances of Lily's death, adding that there may be a danger to the public. Neighbors say the path where police found Lily's body is a popular route for children on their bikes and also people exercising. Another cool day out there. We do have some sunshine out there. Your certified most accurate forecast. Gary is out on the weather patio. Gary?
Well, it took a while to get the sunshine in here. We had clouds for much of the morning, but they kind of eroded from south to north. So areas north of Madison had more cloud cover. Areas to the south had more sunshine. Doppler track shows some snow across parts of northeastern Wisconsin and northern portions of Michigan, but certainly not around here. Low temperatures this morning right around freezing in Madison. To the north and west was a little bit colder, but you can see high temperatures were warmer to the south where there was some sunshine. Temperatures were in the upper 40s there. North of Dane County, mainly clouds, and temperatures stayed in the 30s. And right now, temperatures are in the low 40s in Madison, around 50 in Janesville, but only in the upper 30s up toward the Dells. So look for an overnight low temperature of about 27 with partly cloudy skies tonight. Tomorrow we'll see more clouds, maybe even a late day shower with a high temperature of 47. Those showers could mix with snow tomorrow night into Thursday morning. I'll tell you if anything will stick to the ground in just a few minutes.
All right, Gary, thank you.
Thank you, Gary. The ongoing investigation into the 2020 election will continue. Assembly Speaker Robin Vos today extended the contract with former Supreme Court Justice Michael Gableman.
Well, the investigation was supposed to wrap up today. Political reporter Will Keneally explains what's behind this change of plans here. Will?
That's right. The change is partially attributable to former President Donald Trump. He laid into Vos in a statement yesterday for shutting down the investigation. Voss says, however, that this is not true. In his own statement today, Voss says he wants to push forward on jailing the Madison and Green Bay mayors for not testifying in the Gableman probe. Madison City Attorney Mike Haas says he was prepared to defend Mayor Rhodes Conway in court regardless of whether the Gableman investigation was extended or not.
Statements from politicians are clearly for political effect. And it's unfortunate in this case that most of the special counsel statements have also been for political effect. But really what matters is what's filed in court and what is said in court.
The next arguments we expect in the case will come in July. That will decide Gableman's subpoena power moving forward. We have few details on what is in the new Gableman contract. A spokesperson for the Speaker's office said it is still being negotiated, but will not exceed the initial $676,000 budget of the probe.
All right, Will, thank you. 3,000 survey responses, more than 1,000 meeting attendees, and a couple hundred emails.
That is how many people in Madison are thoroughly invested in helping the city shape its new metro redesign, according to data shared with investigative reporter Naomi Coles. Naomi?
Time is running out to get your voice heard. The survey runs for a few more days through the end of April, and then the city hopes to finalize map revisions in early May. There's been complaints from all around the city, particularly about how the system using fewer, higher frequency routes impacts neighborhoods that are used to having their own bus stop. That includes a lot of UW campus, a heavy user of the bus lines.
All of the faculty, the staff, the students who live in places that are basically becoming transportation deserts for them. There's not a lot of parking on campus, and campus parking is expensive. So most faculty and staff like myself have been commuting our entire time.
Patrick Jackson, a senior assistant dean for student services with UW, says a big concern is fewer routes to outlying neighborhoods. We'll get more into his concerns at 6 o'clock, as well as how the city says part of this is driven by funding, specifically campus funding for the lines that serve them.
Naomi, thank you. Russian forces continue to pound railway facilities in Ukraine. It's an attempt to disrupt the flow of weapons into the country. Russia says weapons from the West are diminishing the possibility of peace. The U.S. and NATO allies stand firm on their commitment to support Ukraine. Secretary of State Antony Blinken appeared before the Senate Foreign Relations Committee to announce the return of U.S. diplomats to Kyiv and ask for more funding for weapons.
Fully funding it is critical, in my judgment, to ensuring that Russia's war in Ukraine is a strategic failure for the Kremlin and serves as a powerful lesson to those who might consider following its path.
And Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin is in Germany coordinating with more than 40 allies on how to keep the weapons flowing into Ukraine.
The Wisconsin Department of Health Services is seeing what they're calling mild to moderate increases in COVID cases. The 7-day average in the state is just over 1,000, about 9 to 10 times lower than what we saw in January during the Omicron spike. The BA2 Omicron variant is now the dominant strain in Wisconsin. It took longer to take hold, but DHS says it is here now.
Compared to what we were experiencing in January, it's not as high activity, so the risk of becoming infected is not as high just being out in general community settings, but it's higher than it was several weeks ago.
DHS added the best way to keep people out of hospitals is wearing masks, but that we're in a better place overall than we were before.
The White House unveiled a new plan to make a pill to treat COVID-19 available to millions of more Americans. Wendy Gillette has the details.
The Biden administration is taking steps to enable more Americans to get easy access to Pfizer's COVID treatment pill, Paxlovid.
We want to lower the severity of the disease that people get if they get infected, and we want to lower hospitalizations. We want to lower deaths.
The drug, which has been authorized for high-risk patients as young as 12, has been shown to reduce hospitalization and death from the virus by 90% if taken within the first 5 days of infection.
Treatments like these, vaccines that we have developed, these are the key essential tools that we're going to need to get through the rest of this pandemic.
Now that there's ample supply, the White House wants to make Paxlovid more available to lower-risk patients. Pharmacies can order the antiviral treatment directly from the federal government.
Currently, 22 pharmacies nationwide, including this CVS in the heart of Manhattan, offer one-stop shopping, COVID testing, a medical assessment, and a prescription for the antiviral pills.
We expect with this change that we will very quickly get to 30,000, and within the next couple of weeks, I expect us to get to about 40,000 sites.
As BA.2, a subvariant of Omicron, continues to circulate in multiple states, Vice President Harris has tested positive for COVID-19.
Individuals who test positive for here, and I can speak to this 2 times over, there you go. You don't return to work until you have received a negative test.
A statement released Tuesday from her press secretary says the vice president, who is fully vaccinated and boosted, has exhibited no symptoms and has not been a close contact to the president or first lady due to their respective recent travel schedules. Wendy Gillette, CBS News, New York.
New findings from the CDC show more than half of all Americans and around 3 in 4 children have now contracted the virus.
Nearly 60% of Americans now have antibodies from getting COVID-19, many of them because of Omicron. The CDC says during the Omicron surge this winter, the percent of Americans infected with COVID saw a significant increase, with the biggest increases in kids and teens. Experts say it's still unclear how long infection-induced immunity lasts, which is why it's important to get vaccinated and boosted. The FDA has now approved the COVID antiviral drug remdesivir for children as young as 28 days old. The injection can be administered if the child is hospitalized with COVID or at high risk of getting severely sick. The announcement comes as the number of new COVID cases in children rose nearly 12% this week.
And the Overture Center held its annual blood drive today for those working, living, or visiting downtown Madison. The 6th annual Overture Center blood drive took place in the lobby there to help the American Red Cross. The goal today was to collect 51 units or more of blood as hospitals work to recover from blood shortages suffered during the pandemic. And next at 5, a key immigration policy under the Trump administration goes before the U.S. Supreme Court.
Details on the arguments and the questions before the justices when we return. And a stilt-walking family from central Wisconsin is looking to break a world record. We'll have their story coming up at 6.
And the downward spiral continues on Wall Street. The Dow tumbling another 809 points. The Nasdaq falls 514. S&P loses 121. We'll be right back.
When cleaning your air ducts, it's important to clean the entire system. And air duct cleaning from Stanley Steamer removes pounds of trapped dirt, dust, and allergens from your home completely. Call today for a free inspection.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Andrew Larson here, owner of Larson Home Services. My team is fired up. We've discovered a new replacement gutter system that sets the standard for performance, durability, and beauty. It's called Gutter Shutter, and it's guaranteed to never clog, sag, or pull away. It's 100% made in the USA. We'll show you why Gutter Shutter means you can stay off the ladder forever. Right now, get 75% off installation labor, free financing for 24 months, and a $100 Visa gift card with your new Gutter Shutter system. Call now to set up your free estimate.
When you drive a Honda, the adventures go on and on. Follow your adventures with the rugged power of Honda, the brand owners are calling the most fun to drive. Hurry into a local Honda dealer where new vehicles are arriving daily.
We're not just massage envy. We're also facials that get your skin glowing envy. We're talking, dang girl, you look good kind of envy.
All right, tell me your secret and lunch is on me.
How does she do it envy?
So what's going on with this?
That's because a regular massage envy facial routine is an amazing way to look and feel better. For that, I still got it going on kind of a feeling.
Must be good genes.
This Mother's Day, buy one 60-minute facial session and get a second session free. Massage Envy Facials, where better begins.
With broken supply chains and lives disrupted, businesses like Amazon have invested to deliver on time for you and help hundreds of thousands of small businesses gain access to millions of online shoppers. But Washington politicians have a law that could break Prime's guaranteed 2-day free delivery and threaten our fragile economic recovery. Tell your senators, don't break our Prime. Oppose S 2992. Paid for by CCIA.
The Stanley Steamer started with one man, a van, and a whole lot of carpet. We've been innovating for a long time. Stanley Steamer now goes beyond carpet. Schedule a cleaning today.
twist in Michael Gableman's ongoing investigation into the 2020 presidential election. Find out why the election review may continue beyond its latest extension. Also, meet the Madison School District's Principal of the Year. That's tonight. Join us for News 3 Now at 6.
Our warming planet is changing Wisconsin's landscape.
A lot of the plant hardiness zones have already shifted northward.
What does that mean for local farmers and gardeners? Mark Kane gets answers from the experts. Thursday on News 3 Now at 6. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Again, to update our breaking news, we have some new details about that incident in Janesville where police have confirmed there was a shooting at Precision Drawn Metals. They say they are still searching for a suspect. We'll have more details next hour, News 3 Now at 6, and of course, always at channel3000.com. For the first time, President Joe Biden plans to use his clemency powers to commute the sentences of more than 75 nonviolent drug offenders. The president will also issue full pardons to 3 individuals. One of those pardons includes the first black Secret Service agent to work on a presidential detail. Witnesses in the case of Abraham Bolden Sr. later admitted to lying about the sale of a secret file.
As the Supreme Court debates a White House plan to end a Trump-era policy requiring migrants to stay outside of the U.S. while their asylum claims are decided, a separate legal fight is ongoing over Title 42. That's a rule that turns away migrants over public health concerns. Natalie Brand reports from the Supreme Court.
A key immigration policy under former President Trump returned before the Supreme Court Tuesday.
Safe, not stranded.
The Biden administration is arguing they have a right to end what's been called the Remain in Mexico policy, requiring migrants at the southern border to wait outside of the United States while their asylum claims are heard.
DHS detains tens of thousands of individuals on any given day. Respondents' interpretation that would remove any discretion would mean that DHS can't take account of that limited capacity in making prioritization decisions.
Texas and Missouri sued to keep the program in place, arguing that ending it would violate federal immigration law passed by Congress.
The Biden administration, just like the rest of us, have to follow federal law. They either have to detain them or send them back to their country of origins.
Meanwhile, a separate legal battle is underway over Title 42, which allows border officers to turn away most migrants seeking asylum because of the COVID-19 pandemic. President Biden wants to wind down Title 42 next month, though a Louisiana federal judge has said he'll temporarily block that, siding with a Republican-led challenge.
We'll have a temporary restraining order that gets us to May 13th. May 13th will be the hearing on the preliminary order that we hope to obtain as well.
On Capitol Hill, opposition to the administration's push to end Title 42 has some bipartisan support.
With the health crisis, we can't take any more chance of people coming undocumented and unchecked.
Some Republican lawmakers have called for a Title 42 amendment to be added to any attempt to pass additional COVID-19 aid. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Homeland Security expects an increase in migration when Title 42 is lifted and will respond with more personnel and resources at the border and enforcing consequences for those crossing illegally.
Electric and hybrid vehicles are becoming more popular in the U.S., and now there's a push to get green trucks on the road. Total Transportation Services in Los Angeles is testing big rigs that run on hydrogen-powered fuel cells and batteries. The trucks emit 0 harmful emissions, but going green comes with challenges. Right now, the trucks are used for short runs because electric vehicles only get around 250 miles of charge. Fuel cells can go further, but hydrogen isn't readily available outside L.A.
Conventional diesels come in with tax license about $145,000 to $150,000. So these trucks are more like $400,000 to $500,000.
Ports around L.A. recently announced only 0 emissions trucks will be allowed starting in the year 2035. Other ports across the country are also pushing for carbon neutrality in the coming decades.
Let's get a look at your certified most accurate weather now. Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti has the forecast. Gary?
Well, more chilly weather on the way. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. High temperatures will remain in the upper 40s for tomorrow and for Thursday. We'll see some showers tomorrow night into Thursday morning, and we could see some snow mixed in later tomorrow night into early Thursday morning when temperatures get closer closer to freezing. Cool weather with below normal temperatures now appear to be sticking around through the end of next week. We had to push it back at least another day to get temperatures back into the 60-degree range. You can see when you're looking at late April and you're still seeing a lot of snow on the radar. Fortunately, it's up to our north across parts of upper Michigan and northeastern Wisconsin. That's just not a sign of spring, and this isn't a sign of spring either. The high temperature trend over the next 10 days, again, every day below the average high temperature, which now should be around 65 10 days from now, will be maybe to around 60 by then, but otherwise temperatures mainly in the 50s with 40s over the next couple of days. Low temperatures last night were below freezing as far south as parts of northeastern Kansas, teens up in northern Minnesota, some record cold temperatures record setting in Iowa. We were at 32 here in Madison, but that's because we had a fair amount of cloud cover. Had we cleared out a little bit more, we would have been colder, and tonight we will turn colder. Freeze warnings in effect again overnight for parts of eastern Iowa, northern Illinois with frost advisories to the south, also some freeze warnings for parts of Indiana, Ohio, and southern Michigan. Current temperatures are in the 20s and 30s in the northern part of the Midwest, barely into the 40s here. Sunshine makes a difference, though. Southern part of the state seeing temperatures in the 40s thanks to the sunshine, the cloud cover keeping temperatures colder to the north. Farther to the south and west, that's more like it for April. Temperatures in the 60s and 70s through Kansas into Nebraska and western portions of Iowa. On weather track, you can see the low clouds just kind of hanging around this area of low pressure aloft as the jet stream kind of wiggles around and just rotates around an area, strong area of low pressure up in the central portion of Canada. So until we can get those clouds to really clear out of here and get some sunshine, we won't warm up anyway, and you can see there's more clouds out to the west. So as these clouds move out, we'll see a bit break in the clouds tonight, and then the clouds will move right back in for tomorrow. At least that's with a stationary front that becomes a warm front farther out to the west, but right now our winds are from the northwest, and that's keeping the temperatures in the 30s and low 40s. Compared to 24 hours ago, though, our temperatures are about the same. It's actually warming up to our south and west, so well, maybe we can get at least temperatures back into the 50s by the end of the week. Tomorrow, though, we turn cloudy and higher temperature tops out at 47 degrees, maybe an afternoon shower. You can see partly cloudy skies overnight with low temperatures in the upper 20s. Tomorrow, the clouds move back in, maybe a late day shower, highs in the upper 40s. Tomorrow night, those rain showers mixing with snow with low temperatures around 30 or 32, and then high temperatures back in the upper 40s on Thursday with mainly rain showers. Rainfall amounts generally about a quarter to a half inch, maybe a little bit more down toward the Illinois state line, but nothing snow-wise should stick to the ground. Otherwise, look for high temperatures in the 50s as we head into the latter part of the week. You can see those temperatures up to around 60 by Friday of next week. We'll see some showers and thunderstorms in there, but for the most part, we're not looking at anything widespread, at least as far as strong thunderstorms. This is the view of I-39, 90, 94th Badger interchange. Traffic moving pretty steadily there. Do see some slowdowns on the eastbound belt line from around Monona Drive back into the construction zone around Verona Road. So almost a half-hour trip on the eastbound belt line, but 16 minutes back in the westbound lanes. As far as heading out of Madison from to Janesville on 3990, that's a 25-minute trip. 16 minutes from Middleton to Sauk City on US 12. Downtown to Sun Prairie will take you 18 minutes. That's your News 3 Now First Warn traffic.
All right, Gary, thank you. Coming up, how recommendations for aspirin are changing when it comes to your heart health. That's next at 5.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Save big with Menards and get 11% off everything for your project. Spend less time maintaining your deck and more time relaxing with UltraDeck low-maintenance composite decking. We carry everything you'll need to complete your new deck project. It gives you the look of real wood without the upkeep and features a hidden fastening system for a clean, professional look. Get 11% off UltraDeck and everything in the store now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
It's time. Get back to your health and fitness goals by joining Anytime Fitness for just $1. Now through May 2nd. Get a coach, get going, get fit. Join Anytime Fitness for just $1. Now through May 2nd. Hurry in today.
Why would Stanton Optical choose a spokesbird? They're not your typical eye care company. I'm not your typical penguin. We're a team. There's no I in eye care. Wait.
Get 2 pairs of glasses plus a free eye exam, anti-glare lenses, and same-day service for only $79.
Family-owned Brothers Maine knows choosing appliances for a remodel or new build can be exciting. and overwhelming. Our experienced staff has experienced it all as we've guided thousands of area families through appliance selection. Brothers Maine has a larger inventory and low-price deals that consistently beat competitors, including Big Box. You heard me. Big Box can't beat our prices. From sales to install, Brothers Maine does it all. Feel great about your purchases and feel like family at Brothers Maine.
Everything we love about Wisconsin is under attack. As an Army commander, I served God, family, and country. But the media, they say none of that matters anymore. When I was a kid, every day at school, I took the pledge. In the service, I took an oath. But today, people take a knee. When I was 9 years old, my dad handed me a shovel and put me to work. Nowadays, people get paid to sit on the couch. And back then, you called somebody lazy, it was a huge insult. But today, you get a pronoun wrong, and the liberals want your head. I'm Tim Michels. The radical left, they're destroying everything we love about America. And too many establishment Republicans, they're along for the ride. I'm not some career politician. I'm a self-made businessman who doesn't give a rip about the special interests or their money. I'm Tim Michels. I'm running for governor to turn Madison upside down and take back the freedoms that make Wisconsin great.
Tim Michels for governor. He'll turn Madison upside down.
It's Chevy Truck Month, and it's time to add the perfect accessories to your new Chevy. Make it bolder. Make it work harder. Make it your own. Find new possibilities. Find new roads. Very well-qualified buyers can get 0% financing on most Chevy pickup trucks. Plus, now during Truck Month, get a $1,000 accessory allowance toward the eligible purchase of a new Chevy truck with accessories. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Well, we've all heard for years a small dose of aspirin a day can help prevent heart disease and stroke, but now a newly released recommendation published in the journal JAMA is questioning that.
Karin Kafa explains what is driving the change and what you need to know to keep your heart healthy.
Shifting recommendations in aspirin use could affect how you keep your heart healthy. The U.S. Preventive Services Task Force now says the potential harm of daily use could outweigh the benefits for some.
If a drug can make the blood less likely to clot, it can make the person more likely to bleed, bleeding ulcers, or even bleeding in their brain, like a stroke.
The new guidance is based on a review of 11 clinical trials of low-dose aspirin use. Researchers found that while it did lead to a drop in major cardiovascular events, it did not significantly lower mortality rates.
Only when we continue to do these studies can we really understand whether drugs work. Aspirin is a drug that's been around for over a century.
According to the recommendations, in most cases, adults 60 and older who have yet to start taking aspirin to prevent heart disease and stroke should not start. For those who have already had a heart attack,
they should talk to their physician or a provider about whether it's smart for them to stop.
And for the first time, the task force is recommending adults as young as 40 who are at high risk of heart disease also talk to their doctor about starting an aspirin regimen.
The risk factors include things like high blood pressure, diabetes, tobacco use.
I'm Karin Kafa reporting.
We'll get a final check on your first warn forecast when we come back.
At Star N Bank, we think having choices is important, so you can choose the products that are right for your life. What are you waiting for? Explore the possibilities today at starnbank.com.
Andrew Larson here, owner of Larson Home Services. My team is fired up. We've discovered a new replacement gutter system that sets the standard for performance, durability, and beauty. It's called Gutter Shutter, and it's guaranteed to never clog, sag, or pull away. Gutter Shutter is the world's strongest high-performance gutter with thicker aluminum, wider gutter size, and it's available in 18 beautiful colors. Best of all, it's made 100% in the USA. Over the years, my team at Larson Home Services has installed thousands of gutter systems and premium roofs in our community. And what really sets us apart is the experience you'll have. You'll be like a member of our team throughout the entire process, and we'll always follow up to make sure your experience with us was as promised. That's the Larson experience. We can't wait to show you what Gutter Shutter can do for your home. Right now, get 75% off installation labor, free financing for 24 months, and a $100 Visa gift card with your new Gutter Shutter system. Call now to set up your free estimate.
Culver's couldn't have started anywhere but in Sauk City, Wisconsin. Still today, we are a family restaurant.
Here, nearby farms grow the food we eat, smiles are contagious, and everyone is someone's neighbor. It's a place where our love of fresh food is as strong as our love for each other. It's a feeling of welcome you'll notice the moment you stop by. Because where we come from has made us who we are, and for that, we couldn't be more proud. Welcome to Delicious.
You can get your smile back today. At Affordable Dentures and Implants, we make high-quality tooth replacement affordable for everyone. So whether it's a single tooth, full dentures, or life-changing dental implants, we have an experienced dentist who can help you go ahead and smile. Click or call to schedule your new smile consultation today.
Go ahead and smile.
Impatience is a virtue. When you know what you want, waiting isn't an option.
New Balance Madison, we got now.
Today's the day to go farther with a partner that provides you innovative solutions for your own personal financial future. Explore the possibilities today at starinbank.com.
Gary's back. Final check of the forecast.
Kind of chilly out there, but at least we got some sunshine. There's the view from the Edgewater Skycam. We had clouds for much of the morning, but the sun came out this afternoon, and now it's just the northern parts of our viewing area that have some cloud cover left. Farther to the north, there's some snow showing up across parts of upper Michigan, lower Michigan, and northeastern Wisconsin up toward Door County. Temperatures up toward Green Bay are in the mid-30s right now. Here in Madison, we're in the low 40s, but the farther south you go, the warmer it gets. 50 right now in Janesville, 49 in Dubuque, Iowa. Look for a low tonight of about 28 degrees. Skies will be partly cloudy much of the night, start clouding up toward morning. Tomorrow's high at 47 degrees. Slight chance for a late day shower tomorrow. Those showers could mix with some flakes of snow tomorrow night into early Thursday morning, and then temperatures on the cool side through next week.
More updates, including on that situation in Janesville, in 30 minutes on News 3 now at 6. The CBS Evening News is next.